Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, Out of Voice Radio. So today, I'm going to be showing you a new special energy card. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a new special energy card that's going to be coming out in Lost Thunder in the very near future. Now, this has been revealed over on the official Pokemon website in Japan, and it has been translated by, who else? The lovely David Hochmann. And it's a special energy card, and what it says is, this card provides one colorless energy. The Pokemon this card is attached to can use all attacks of its previous stages, though it still needs a necessary energy to do so. And if this sounds familiar, it probably should. Because Shrine of Memories, and I'm going to be honest, now that Shrine of Punishment has been released, I'm constantly getting the two of them confused. So if you ever see me put Shrine of Memories in a video when I meant Shrine of Punishment, it's because it's confusing. Plus, in my folder of card images, they're right next to each other because they're both called Shrine of. Anyway, I digress. Shrine of Memories was exactly this as a stadium card. And it was actually really good. It allowed you, and most people used it, for Mega Mewtwo. Because Mega Mewtwo had this really big attack that allowed you to do lots of damage and grr, etc. But then Mewtwo had an attack damage change, which allowed you to essentially swap damage counters with your opponent's active, which was actually really good. Plus, of course, being a Mega Pokemon, it then had access to Mega Turbo to accelerate an energy from the discard pile basic energy to it. So it was a super annoying deck, and Shrine of Memories made it work. I'm going to say it the wrong way round at some point during this video. Can I just apologise now and then we all forgive me? That would be awesome. And then it went away. And then we got Shining Celebi. And I must confess, I like Shining Celebi. I actually ran and bought a couple of Shining Celebi immediately. Now, Shining Celebi has the same effect as an ability. Each of your evolved Pokemon can use any attack from its previous evolutions. You still need the necessary energy to use each attack, and I like Shining Celebi. Now, I didn't actually go and buy it immediately. I went and bought two of these on my phone, backstage at the International Championships, when Luxray and Luxio from Ultra Prism were revealed. Because Luxray's got high HP, free retreat, and an ability which reduces damage, and Luxio for one colourless energy has disconnect, 30 damage, and ability lock. Now clearly, recent history has proven that I was wrong about how good that I thought Luxio and Luxray were going to be, but I was so excited by the combination, I immediately went onto my phone and bought two Shining Celebi backstage at the International Championships. I should mention it was the day before they started. It wasn't like I was supposed to be commentating or doing anything important. When there was a break and we had nothing to do, I went and bought them. I was being a good boy. But I was super excited. And that's the great thing about things like memory energy. It doesn't have to be that we look right this second and go, oh, that's amazing. Because it's one of those cards that's going to sit there for a while. And then it might be good. Shining Celebi was revealed and released and all of that, and I did a video about it, and then I was like, yeah. And then I saw Luxio and Luxray, and I went, yes, I am in on Shining Celebi. And that's the moment I went and bought a couple of Shining Celebi. So it might be that you look at memory energy now and go, eh. And then maybe in 6 months, a year, 18 months, you look at it and go, actually, now I'm all in. Now I'm excited about this. Because this opens you up to so many cool combos. Let me give you a couple of examples. How about Alolan Ninetales? Now, Alolan Ninetales has got a great ability which prevents all effective attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon GX or EX. And now that Garbodor has been rotated, you cannot turn this ability off. Technically, you can turn the ability off with slacking, but it's got to be active, and the ability only protects you from EX and GX Pokemon, which isn't slacking, so although it technically turns off the ability, it's pointless. This ability can't be turned off. But similarly, you need a water and 2 colourless energy to attack, so you may find yourself with a turn or two of Alolan Ninetales of nothing to do. Or maybe you're just going the full, I am going to disrupt you, you can't KO it, I'm going to win the game route. In which case, one Alolan Ninetales probably isn't going to be enough. You want to get some more out. Well, in comes Alolan Vulpix. Beacon for 0 energy allows you to search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand. It's great, especially if you want to get some more Alolan Ninetales out. Problem is, either you don't evolve, you get the attack but not the ability that gives you immunity, or you do evolve and you give the immunity, but you don't get the attack to search out Pokemon. Well, now with this, you don't have to choose. And let's face it, right? Magikarp has Flail. In the history of the Pokemon trading card game, Magikarp often has Flail. Now, annoyingly, the one from Evolutions has just rotated out, and I don't believe at the moment we do have a Magikarp in the format that has Flail. But it's Magikarp, right? We're gonna get a Magikarp with Flail at some point. And of course, Magikarp has Flail, which allows you to do as much damage as is on it. And then we all go, well, Magikarp's got 30 HP, and Magikarp will never have more than 30 HP. That's what Magikarp does. So you evolve it into a Gyarados, and we have a Gyarados at the moment with 150 HP, which is significantly more, and then you're off and rolling. Because you see, one of the things about Gyarados is that it's often got very expensive attacks. So you may well end up wanting a little placeholder attack until you get Gyarados up and rolling, 1 memory energy, and you're off. That's really quite cool here. I mean, one of the very first Pokemon decks I ever made was about a Gyarados that actually did have this, but as an ability just on the Gyarados. And then, of course, we had a Flail Magikarp. Seriously, there have been many Flail Magikarp over the years. And I would use this in the same way to, have high HP while still be able to use Flail. And look, maybe you don't want to use this, but like I've said, it doesn't matter. I'm just throwing out some examples of ways you could use this. There are so many more. And as a quick side note, right, if any of you have got any cool combos you want to use with this, please do chuck them in the comment section. If you can think of any Pokemon that would really want to use attacks of their pre-evolutions other than the ones I've mentioned, or even if you just want to give some love to the ones I've mentioned, let me know. Now, of course, this does lead to the question of, hang on a second, Wassy. Why do we even need memory energy when we've got Shining Celebi in the format at the moment? Great question. Well, you see, as much as we can't turn off evolved non-GX abilities at the moment, basics can be turned off with Alolan Muck. And Shining Celebi will always be vulnerable to Alolan Muck. Soon as your opponent drops an Alolan Muck, Shining Celebi is gone, and the only way to get rid of Alolan Muck is just to Guzma it into the active and KO it. That's not easy. Plus, Shining Celebi's got like 70 HP. That's not good. And the problem is, if your opponent drops a Muck, you're kind of screwed unless you can get rid of it, and that's difficult to do. Now, don't get me wrong, memory energy is not exactly some all-encompassing super answer, because it's a special energy. Your opponent can play an Enhanced Hammer or a Kartana to get rid of it. And with Special Charge and Puzzle of Time going away, we don't actually have any way to recover this at the moment. So if your opponent plays an Enhanced Hammer, it's basically gone for the game, unless you're playing something like Bayonet to recover it. Of course, we also do have Faber. I'll pop a link in the description, which does actually put special energy or other stuff directly into the lost zone, which means it is then gone forever at that stage. So it's not a great answer, but it is a different answer. And that's what I love about cards like this. Now, if you really want to play a deck where you're using attacks of pre-evolutions, maybe you play Celebi, maybe you play Memory Energy, maybe you play both. Because there's nothing to stop you doubling up here. Mega Mewtwo decks often fell apart if they couldn't keep Shrine of Memories on the field. So why not have multiple options? I'm giving this 4 Wassies. And it's a weird score because right now I don't think there's any combos other than maybe Luxio that would really make it worthy of being a 4 Wassie card. But I think in the future there could be combos that make this absolutely broken. This has potential with so many cards that have not been revealed yet that it's a very difficult card to score. So let's call it 4 Wassies, and heck, Let's argue in the comment section. Go nuts, but do remember the rule. It's very important. Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves. Until next time. Also, I'm literally recording a new bonus pod as soon as I finish recording this. So by the time you listen, there'll be a brand new bonus pod online, just saying. Thank you very much for watching. That's always the most important thing. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.